สวัสดีค่ะ Hi, I'm Air.
I'm KP and welcome to the New Leaf Wellness Podcast. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm really good. Another episode.
Yes.
Last week we spoke about detox, what it's like, what happens to you. And this week we're on the other end of it. What happens when you go home, what you can do when you get home, and some of the fears that are associated with going home as well.
Yes. Stay with us to the end of the show for a new support group that you can share everything with us and we can share everything with you.
Make sure you subscribe too so you can get notification when we update with a new episode.
The last episode, we mentioned that the journey not end at the resort, rather start
exactly.
there.
Yeah, it can start there, start and end for some people, and they just keep coming back and doing the same thing. That's not what happens with most people. I mean, detox is the start of the journey. My biggest fear was I was going to go home and slowly start putting all the weight back on. And it didn't really happen like that.
You see, when you do detox properly and you do it right, you don't starve yourself. You not just lose the water weight. So you're not going to gain the weight back on. You might gain a couple kilos. The body find a way to balance itself, but you're not going to gain all the weight back on. And you're going to give you a top tip later, top 5 tip later. So let me talk to you about the booklet that all the guests receive when you check in at New Leaf. This booklet contains amazing information on the benefit of detox, the supplements, and all the treatment. So when you get home, this booklet, it's something very good for you to can refer back to, something you can read through it and remind you the experience you have, along with the knowledge you gain during the detox process as well. What happened? Every day you talk to me and the staff, you gain a lot of information and you learn to tweak it, what you can take home with you, along with you meet with other guests as well. That helps. It's like, oh, you experience this, I experienced that, and you share and you just like, wow, this is a better way to do it, different way to do things. So that helps so much.
The menu is in the booklet as well.
That's right. In the menu, we contain a lot of recipe that you can cook at home. During the detox process, we have a cooking class, teach you how to cook Thai food, which is very simple, easy to cook, healthy, and delicious as well.
Okay, so the top 5 take-home tips. And number 1 is to create the environment.
It's easier at the resort because it's very structured. You got activity or something to do all day long to keep you busy. So you can do similar thing by schedule your day and your week, especially in the morning when you're in control. Make sure you have your breakfast. It can be something very simple like green juice or green smoothie. So invest in a good juicer and blender. It definitely is something you should look into it.
I'll just preface this by saying it's easy for us to sit here in Thailand and say how easy it is to do. And it's very easy to do here. The environment here in Thailand supports an outside, healthy, wellness kind of lifestyle, if that's what you're looking for. However, some of our guests come from Iceland and Norway and all sorts of colder climates. You know, at 6 o'clock in the morning, minus 20 degrees, you're not really going to feel like as you might do here in Thailand.
Exactly.
Right?
When you don't see the sunshine and sunrise, you're not going to feel motivated to go out. So you can follow the app. Nowadays they have exercise app that you can follow, something very simple. You can set up yourself as a beginner, you know, and that app will tell you maybe to do some like 5 sit-up, 5 push-up, and 5 squat. And the next day can be 6 push-up, 6 squat, and things like that. And keep track of your exercise. It's not just about the volume of it at first. It's about to keep you going.
Consistency. These apps actually track your food as well.
That's right.
Right. So the first take home, as in creating the environment, is to use the supplements that you use at the resort.
That's right. That's
First
correct.
thing in the morning, set up your day and then go about your day. The second step was to shop and plan ahead, which is kind of the morphing into the first step where you create the environment. But this is on an ongoing weekly basis, right?
Yes. So the supplement, I definitely recommend psyllium husk. This amazing fiber contains absolutely no calories, but it expands 25 times its own weight. So what it does, it makes you feel full. and you get the fiber intake you need for the day. So definitely first thing in the morning, you wake up, you drink water, take psyllium husk, and exercise before your breakfast. It's amazing.
You can get it in the powder. It's in the psyllium, the seed husk form.
Yeah, it's a little flake thing.
And it's a little bit like drinking sawdust, really. Not that I've drunk sawdust before, but it's got that kind of texture. You can get it in a capsule form too if you need to, but be careful with that too because it's a little bit different to measure, right?
That's right. Because what happened when you take in a capsule, remember they expand so much, 25 of its own weight. If you take capsule, you don't need enough water, can suck all the moisture in your stomach and cause tummy ache. So people in the powder form, it's better. Not just take in the morning, you can take before the big meal as well. Like you're going to go out, you're going to be partying, things like that. You're going to be eating red meats and drink a lot of alcohol. Maybe you just take the psyllium husk.
So shopping and planning ahead, one of the rules, the golden rules about hunger has no memory. And you never shop when you're hungry, right?
Yes.
I don't. I always make bad food choices when I'm hungry. If I let myself get hungry and I go shopping, I always make bad food choices. Similarly with planning ahead as well. So you can order online now, right? You can do, most of our guests live in cities.
Yes, that's right. You can just go online and do grocery shopping and they just deliver to your doorstep.
Make sure you have it there in the cupboard.
That's right. And if you're a person like myself who like the experience to go shopping, make sure you schedule your week that, for example, Saturday morning, I'm going to go shopping. So you can stock your pantry and your fridge with beautiful, healthy food.
Tip number 3 is to find some sort of activity. You touched on that a little earlier, where you can fall out of bed in the morning. 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats, 5 lunges, and then the next day do 6, and the next day do 7, and all of a sudden, after a couple of months, you've got quite a routine. And even that small amount of exercise does make a difference. But you were saying it's more about the consistency, right?
And the habit as well.
The habit, yeah.
Yeah. To stay active, it's very, very good. So, you can do at home, follow the app. If you might like something you pick up at the resort, like morning walk. You can do the same thing, morning walk the dog, thing like that. Or you can just go to the gym. It can be any gym you like CrossFit, like myself. You can do Thai boxing that you learn at the resort. And you can go do yoga, Pilates, anything you like. As long as you enjoy doing it, so you can keep doing it.
You don't have to do the exercises at the resort, but we do promote some sort of movement. It helps with the detox process.
Yes.
But it also helps with the digestive. And it's good for the body, the blood flow, even if you're just walking.
Yes.
And we do the walks every morning at New Leaf. We do a different walk every day. So if you happen to have some dogs or you want to go out on a bike ride, take a different route each day. Change it up, mix it up, because your body does get used to it.
Yes.
The same route, right? If you just keep going round and round and round.
Yes, so trick the body a little bit to do different route of walking or cycling, so the body and all the muscle don't get used to it, so they can continue to burn.
Last week you sort of shocked me a little bit when you talked about hunger. And one of the takeaways for me was the difference, understanding the difference between, and we're going to talk about this, the triggers, but understanding the difference between hunger and a craving. And when I was talking about that, you came in and said that a lot of people don't realize they're thirsty as well. And I thought that was really, really interesting. So one of our takeaways is, point number 4 is to hydrate, stay hydrated.
Yes, so stay hydrated is very important, as 80% of people who have weight issue or health problem don't drink enough water, and we don't. For example, as a woman, we need about 2 liters of water, and men need about 2.5 to 3 liters of water a day. And I'm sure most of us don't drink enough water. That's why I recommend you guys to carry a bottle of water. So it might seem inconvenient at first, but that reminds you to drink more water.
Not soda water.
Not soda water as well. You don't count soda, coffee, bubble tea, nothing like that. Just water. And I understand you come again from living in a cold climate. Water doesn't seem appealing to you. So you might want to add, some lemon or some lime in your water or infused water which I can share the recipe in our support group.
Okay. The final tip number 5, and it's a huge one for a lot of people. It was a massive one for me, and I found out, over the first couple of detoxes, is understand your triggers. And I'm an emotional eater, meaning, I have a feeling and I associate it with food, or I have a feeling and I get hungry, that kind of thing. That's what I mean when I talk about emotional eating. And I had no idea before I went to detox that that's what I was doing.
Yes. So I would suggest, you try to, at first, before you remove anything out of your life, you add good stuff first. What happened is you follow a lot of people that they are the nutritionist or the blogger. They will tell you not to do that, not to do this, no, that, don't this, don't that. And eventually it's like, oh my God, it's too hard to be healthy. We do it differently. Try to add good stuff first. Like for example, add the psyllium husk. Go for a morning walk. You add one thing once a month. You will have 12 new things that you don't have in a year. So that's something you should look into it. It's like add good stuff before you subtract anything out of your life. For example, in this case as well, that you just like, the minute you get upset, angry, stressed, you think about food, chocolate, cookies, and chips. Maybe you can replace them with raw, unsalted walnuts or almond. If you're someone for like, oh, I don't like those things, maybe I want something more like savory type. Guacamole and hummus dip is a good option with veggie stick.
Yeah. Understand the triggers.
Yes.
And try and stay away from them, really.
Style.
De-stress, meditation, even emotional support groups. All those things really, really help. And they're available, they're online. You can jump on there with a Zoom app and be anonymous if you want to, just get the support. I mean, you don't have to put yourself out there. And, I know it's hard to make the change. I know it's hard to walk into a gym when you're not feeling great about yourself.
Exactly.
It's hard to talk to someone about how you feel when you don't feel great about yourself. But this is the long game.
Yes.
This is, detox. Detox is meant to make you feel really, really good, and you will feel really, really good in a short period of time. It's the motivation that you take away. Like we say, only a detoxer knows the feeling. Right?
That's correct. The thing is, the number one thing about detox is gonna make you feel better about yourself. Then when you feel good about yourself, you feel happy for no reason. You're gonna believe in yourself. You have the confidence, and you just believe you can do anything. That's the feeling you want to experience. Because when you feel like that, nothing it matters. You just feel like, oh my God, you're on top of the world.
And also, you want to surround yourself with people who are going to support that.
Yes.
Whether it's a personal trainer or whether it's someone, your spouse. And if people aren't supporting it, then you really don't need to be spending time with people like that. And that's hard too.
It's hard, really hard. And then don't be too hard on yourself. I understand that you can do really, really well for 6 months. Follow everything for 6 months. Very good. Yeah. And life happened. It's happened to all of us. And you just binge eating for the whole weekend. Remember, Monday is a new day. The next day is a new day. You can always start again. And you will not start from the zero. Because if you binge eating for a couple of days, doesn't mean the work that you put in the past 6 months go down the drain.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. Same thing with weight. You have the certain weight. It doesn't mean you gain that overnight. You gain it for years. But when you do good for the past 6 months, the work's still there for you. The next day, a brand new day. You can start again.
Okay, that's great. Fantastic. So the top 5 tips take home after detox tips are: number 1, we have written down on our board here, create the environment. Number 2, shop and plan ahead.
Definitely.
Big one, right?
Yeah.
Number 3, find some sort of activity that you like or you want to try or you're thinking about trying. And
set up the race goal.
That's another thing you can do. Set up a little race goal, like a 5K run or a fun run or a little bike ride or something.
It's so rewarding, I can assure you. You can achieve it even 5 kilometers. It what it does, not to your body that you train. it to your mind, it's amazing.
Well, you just did the monkey run, right?
Yes, monkey trail run. I did 26 kilometers on the jungle, on the uphill in Samui. It's amazing. It was very, very challenging, but I did it and I'm so proud of myself.
That's great. And you hydrated. That's tip number 4.
Yes, I stay hydrated the whole time. It's very important. You know, remember when they said, oh my God, you say I have to drink 2-3 liters of water. I'm thirsty now. The minute you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Right.
You have to drink water throughout the day. Not just like, oh my God, I'm going to drink a whole 1 liter now. Not like that.
Just stay in front of it.
Straight in front of it. Take it, drink it throughout the day.
Step number 5 or tip number 5 is understand your triggers.
Yes.
What makes you want to snack, binge? Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Write them down. Stay away from apps that make you upset, people that make you upset, situations that make you upset, or if that's what you are, an emotional eater, then, you know.
Create a better relationship with food. You know, remember when you eat, stay with the food. Not eat in front of a computer, not eat when you're using the phone, watch TV, because if you do that, you don't even know what you eat half the time. You end up eat a lot more than you should. As the people that detox with us always share with us, why? I eat a lot less here. I can do a lot more. Remember, it's about quality and not quantity.
That's a great point. The association, the disassociation from what's in front of you because you're distracted with something else. I remember going out one day and it was quite amazing really because they were a tourist. I was running on the beach actually here in Thailand. And there was a family of 5, I think, 5 of them sitting around on the beach front in a beautiful restaurant. And they were all on devices, you know, this beautiful sunset on this beach in Thailand. And they're face down looking at their devices. And I was just thinking, wow, our attachment to that has really distracted us.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, really, when you know, because the beautiful thing in life is free. You know, like sun, sand, sea, ocean, thing like this, it's free. And we just focus on the phone. Remember, it's only going to take you 10, 15 minutes top to eat. So be with the food and enjoy the food. Chew well, you know, when you come to detox, when you detox, your stomach shrink down. So you're not going to be able to finish the portion you used to finish. So that's a good thing. Remember, it takes the brain 12 minutes to send a signal back to stomach that you're full now. So take the time to eat. Because when you rush the food, by the time you stuff your face with a lot of food, 10 minutes later, oh my God, you have stomach ache because you're overeating. So take your time with food and chew well.
Great point. Well, nice chatting with you again. And if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram. It's New Leaf Wellness Podcast at Instagram. We've also got a Facebook page.
Yes. The next episode, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you need detox. It's amazing. You're going to know that, wow, should I detox? Should I not? Find out for the next episode.
Okay, we'll see you then. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. สวัสดีค่ะ